Welcome, one and all, to Squirrels and Robots. Episode 70, go ahead, Begley. Oi, I got to watch Rosario Vampire. Remember that anime that was sent to us? I got to watch some of it. It's creepy cool. Like, alright, here's the backstory. There's this kid who is terrible, right, at his academics. And he can't get into a decent school. So his, drunk dad finds acceptance papers from some mysterious person on the street. So he gets these acceptance papers to the school in the middle of nowhere. But, of course, there's this cute girl in, the first 5 minutes, in fan service. And then this vampire, well, basically, the human gets tossed into a school for monsters, which is, a really neat concept, But the human can't reveal that they're a human or they'll be killed. Of course, some rivalries start. A human develops a bond with a vampire, and fan service, and, other monsters, and fan service, and monsters, and... I hear the manga is actually better than the anime. Is it? Man, my voice is all messed up. I don't know, the first 7 episodes were really pretty good for my taste, And in the first episode, I'm pretty sure the sound they used when the girl becomes a vampire is the same sound they used in Ghostbusters when the proton packs power up. Really? Well, it sounds very similar, Just saying, it could be different, but I'll have an ear. You have 2 of them. I'll see how the rest of the season goes, but so far, so good. And I hear there's a 2nd season, which I shall track down at some point. Also, I do have a question. What? How come I don't have a best friend vampire girl who's, really cool and powerful and will kind of, look out for me and whatnot? I don't know. So maybe go hang out with that creepy tall girl that hangs out with the pumpkin. Is she a vampire? Dude, I don't know. She could be a ghoul. She could be a vampire. There's probably lore there, but we're just waiting on someone to finish it. I'm working on it. And she's water-based. What does that even mean, water-based? Shh, it's a secret. So, is she like the creature from the Black Lagoon? Well, I didn't see any gills or scales last time I saw her. No. Born of water. Dark waters. Flooded with sorrow. Have you been drinking India ink? Yes. And I thought the D and the R got rubbed off from the label. Shouldn't it be India drink? Or am I wrong? No, you've been drinking ink. India drink. Anyway, Red Hot Chili Peppers, that band decided to give it away now because they sold their music rights for $140 million. So, yeah, there's yet another band along with Bob Dylan and, numerous other ones that have sold all their music rights for a ton of money. Could we sell our rights for $140 million? Probably not. And what would I do with $140 million? Waifu Island? No. I'd probably help out a bunch of people, help out some homeless folks that could actually be helped. I'd hire some artists to make more cartoons. But I do that already! Don't take my job! Well, good artists. Oh, that's fair. Dude, change the subject. Remember that weird manga storybook-looking game, The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince? Yeah, right. That was kind of cool from what I remember, right? It was I'll still have to finish it, don't I? Yeah, anyway, the art style is fairly unique as games go, so for those who have never seen it, go check it out. But the devs of that game are releasing another game with a similar style called The Wicked King and the Noble Hero. Oh, nice. So, for those out there into games that are anime-like but have a unique style, check those out. We played most of the first game, and it's decent, Oh, and there's this other weird game that came across my radar called Poison Control for the Switch, I think. Haven't played it, but it seems like just some weird, never heard of it type game that's, I don't know, maybe some people want to check out stuff randomly. There you go. Switch game called Poison Control. That's the random thing of the day. Is it anime? Yeah, it is. I will look into it then. Also, good news for horror game fans and retro gamers alike. Zombies Ate My Neighbors and its sequel, Ghoul Patrol, is going to be released on consoles and Switch. So that is pretty cool. Oh, speaking of old games getting re-released, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance was released. The old one from like PS2 era. At least I think. It could have been earlier, actually. That is older than a hobo's shoe.
Seems like ages ago, doesn't it?
It does, but it's good to see people digging through the crates for the cool old stuff. Oh, speedrunners have been doing that forever. You know, that is one thing I cannot wait for when this pandemic crap is over. Watching Games Done Quick marathons, again, where everyone is hanging out instead of this social distancing crap. If I gotta see another human's big fat head on camera, I'm gonna go nuts.
Agreed. I find that humans on camera to be such an eyesore.
Well, you know, you probably won't have to worry too much about humans anymore, as I think they're all morphing into VTubers. Either that or they get a lot of plastic surgery. Yeah, you know, I've actually heard that cosmetic surgery is, like, really on the rise. Why do people change themselves with razors? Well, I mean, some people are born kind of manky, aren't they? And it's like, they have an appearance deficiency, you know, to put it nicely. So they go to a doctor and they have them, you know, kind of try to fix things. Yeah, I mean, I get that, and, you know, who doesn't want to look good? But, I mean, unless you were in some crazy accident and you're disfigured, I wouldn't risk it. I mean, any surgery is risky. Even an ingrown toenail can kill you. You know, I try not to put nails in my toes anymore. You know, trying to be healthy. But I tell you, oh, it really got the blood flowing first thing in the morning. Makes an alarm clock feel like a marshmallow on your head.
Weirdo.
You know, do you think the whole TikTok, Instagram, tele-everything industry is pushing people to try to beautify themselves? Because, honestly, all I see on the internet are these ungodly attractive people trying to sell some kind of crap or pretending to be important, talking about non-issues, and, you know, I'm just wondering if that's starting to give everyone else, like an inferiority complex or self-esteem issues. Well, and I think it's always been like that. I mean, pre-internet, it was like movies and magazines and, you know, all that made people feel like garbage. You know, models and actors and, you know, the list goes on. Now it's more like streamers and YouTubers and TikTokers and, you know, it's all that. It's a never-ending buffet of better-looking people out there that you can choose from to make yourself feel worse about yourself. Yeah, whatever. Human problems, I guess. I guess everyone going to get plastic surgery, you might as well have your brains replaced with silicone, too. Well, then maybe you can actually process thoughts somehow, because your think meats are kind of broken.
You make me laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, I'll have anime news! Of course you do. 1. Black Rock Shooter is finally getting a Blu-ray release! Never watched it. Well, I mean, neither did I, but I found one of those Nendoroids at a thrift store a long time ago, and I was like, oh, what's this? It looks cool! So, you only know about the anime because you found a toy in a thrift store. Yes, don't judge me! Anyway, Blu-ray! Fantastic. Blu-ray release, Black Rock Shooter, whoop-de-doo. But wait, there's something else even you might be interested in. If it's the Foamy Can't Communicate anime that's coming out in October, I already know about it. What? Why you gotta steal my thunder, mate? I was all like, oh, I got anime news that even Foamy would like. Yeah, well, I already know about it. The trailer looks decent, but it's not like the series needs any high-end animated sequences. So, it looks like it'll be a decent slice-of-life series as long as they don't mess it up. And here I thought I brought something fresh to the table. You want to bring something fresh to the table? Try bagels. But I bought last time, and they sucked. Don't get day-old bagels just 'cause they're cheaper. I can tell. I'm just trying to save us some money, mate. Oh, speaking of which, thank you, Chris, Richard, Mike, Brittany, and Dr. Jones. I am not even making that up. Maybe we got a donation from Dr. Jones. I'm sure it's not Indiana Jones, but I found it kind of cool, okay? Let me think Dr. Jones is Indiana Jones for like 5 seconds, okay? So, thank you for the recent PayPal donations and supporting all this. You mean people actually found the PayPal donation link? Yeah, admittedly, it's a little buried on the website, but, whatever. It's good for you for finding it. And for those who want to help out, yet not have to do the whole Patreon thing, or YouTube membership, or Twitch sub, there's paypal.me/illwillpress. If they're my pal, why do I have to pay them? I don't know. Sounds like a shifty escort service. PayPal. Might as well be called Bye Friend. I'm not that desperate. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up as IRL stuff has been the usual hellscape of hellish things. But before we go, movie news. Some noteworthy 4K releases are coming down the road. I like 4K. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder one, is getting a 4K disc. Oompa Loompa is in HDR. Howard the Duck, 4K release. Oh, the So Bad It's Bad and Yet I Can't Look Away movie. And Scott Pilgrim is finally getting a 4K release. Super fun movie of goodness that is. Yes. You know, it's like quite literally one of my top favorite 50 movies. Top 50. Well, I mean, there's Shaun of the Dead and World's End and Ghostbusters and Goonies and Jaws and Raiders, you know, and just, there's a lot of classics out there. You know, we should really add a movie recommendation or music recommendation bit to this podcast. I mean, we have listened to and watched and read like millions of things. I'm pretty sure we can dig up some obscure gems for folks to listen to. We should probably do that. Oh, we should start with Amphetamine Blue. That band took forever to track down, and the internet did it. Oh, yeah, some people have heard this before, but if you haven't, the quick backstory is, there was this band that we heard called Amphetamine Blue. They did a song that we heard a really long time ago in 2001 called He Takes. Now, we were looking for this thing for about 20 years. Okay? Because it used to be on a website called mp3.com where you could upload your work, they would make discs on demand and ship them out. Unfortunately, we were poor schmucks at the time, and spending $5 on a disc was not the best choice for our finances. $5, you cheap wank! So, time went by, the mp3.com site just disappeared and became garbage. It supposedly moved over to MySpace. MySpace had a server issue and literally wiped out, I think it was 11 million songs, of course, that being one of them. There were 0 copies of this song on the internet until we finally put out a call to everybody on the interwebs, and the brilliant person uploaded it to YouTube. You know, also, I will say that band is an excellent, indie alternative rock band for the time. Yeah, you know, and it really bothered me that they didn't get bigger in the States. I feel if they started just 2 years earlier, they would have been huge. But regardless of their status in musical history, in my history, they were this long, sought-after gem of music that we finally were able to track down with the help of the internet. See, the internet isn't all that bad.
It's 50-50 really.
Yeah, so, folks out there, getting down on the internet, here's the thing. Ignore the toxic BS, stay away from the trolls, and look for the better people willing to help. And thank you, everyone, for helping. Yeah, but also keep in mind there's a lot of people who are claiming to be good, but are just toxic cancel culture types that think they're good. But they're all just censoring things, and they're internet bullies, and you know the time. Stay away from them. Yeah, they suck. Anyway, we out. Josie!
What?
Say something clever as an outro. Go!
This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang?
But,
Oh, I don't know. I never researched the rest of that phrase.
Seriously? I mean, even I know that one, mate. Yeah, not with a bang, but with a fudge sickle. In your face.